Hi love, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Mal if you're new here, and today we are doing another celebrity recap. Now, I enjoyed my Met Gala recap so much, and some of you guys did as well. So we're gonna do the same thing, but with the VMAs. The VMAs just passed on September the 7th, and I wanna go over everybody's looks and kind of rate their iconic moments, seeing if there's anything that really stands out to me in terms of like their fashion, their hair, their makeup, and definitely we're gonna clock it if they're wearing color contacts. And I'm giving you the breakdown and even suggesting you some contact shades that would give you the look that the best celebs are wearing. So let's go ahead and start with one of the celebrities that has the most interesting looks on the red carpet. Lady Gaga is always giving us something to talk about. I previously remember her doing the meat outfit. I also feel like she's always done something a little avant-garde, a little different, and maybe ritualistic. I don't know, maybe I'm too much on conspiracy TikTok, probably, but I feel like she definitely is pushing the envelope. So her look this year was nothing short of that. The thing about Lady Gaga is because she's always doing something different, I never know what to expect, but her makeup actually looked really pretty. I noticed she did a bleached brow, she did a really like blown out burgundy eye, and this really interesting foil lip. It's like a shiny metallic burgundy red lip. And then that in combination with her kind of dark gothic outfit appearance, it's kind of giving Lydia from Beetlejuice, to be honest. Because she did such burgundy reddish makeup, it really actually made her eyes pop. And if you didn't know, Lady Gaga's natural eyes are stunning. She has these gorgeous hazel eyes. She was not wearing any type of contacts. She literally just has the most beautiful natural eye color. Lady Gaga is actually very beautiful. She just always wears such dramatic looks that I feel like it kind of overwhelms her beauty. But when you see photos of her kind of stripped away and just looking like her natural state, you can see that she's stunning. Now we have to keep in mind that contacts look different on everybody. So this is just based on how the contacts look on me. But if I was going to replicate Lady Gaga's beautiful natural eye color, I would probably go for Echo Hazel by Just for Kira. They're affordable and they're beautiful, and I think they could give you a very similar look to this color. I also think that potentially Toasted Honey by Dimple Color could give you this natural kind of eye look that Lady Gaga has. But let's move on to the next celebrity. We're gonna look at Doja Cat. Doja Cat is another person who always kind of pushes the envelope. She always does something really interesting and fun with her hair, her looks, and her makeup. At the VMAs, I actually really liked her look. This blonde with those insane platform shoes were so cool. She wore Lady Danger lipstick, which is a very iconic staple from MAC Cosmetics, but she actually bit the lipstick. Now, this wasn't a real lipstick. She got chocolates made that were just like the lipstick. I think this was like a marketing play from MAC, and she wore her natural deep brown eyes. Her eyes are gorgeous. They are very big, so I feel like her eyes just looked so doll-like and so kind of like innocent and cutesy. If you want to get this kind of beautiful doll-like look, you could do a contact that is literally a natural brown but just enlarging. If I was going to suggest one for you that would give you that effect, I'm going to actually suggest one of my favorite colors that I think is so pretty. It's called Shakerado and it's by Amara, and it's this stunning brown with a limble ring. It's a little bit enlarging and it has hints of like a warmer brown around the contact. It looks so natural and so subtle, but it really makes the eyes pop. Sabrina Carpenter looked amazing in this sheer floral red dress. It had sequins on it and it was definitely a little see-through, but I love that it was like long mock neck. It kind of gave a classy look while also being very sexual. I think that's definitely Sabrina Carpenter's thing. She like teeters on the line of being hypersexual but also innocent sweet girl, and it works for her. She does it very well. I know it rubs some people the wrong way, but this is showbiz, baby, and that's kind of what it's all about. It's about getting a reaction from people. Her natural eye color is blue. They're this rich but also deep blue. They have this stunning limble ring and a kind of like an icy blue center. It's striking and it really stands out. So if you were going to try to create this eye color, you're never going to get this exact look unless you go for something with the tiniest pupil that exists. And that can sometimes be uncomfortable and maybe impair your vision. So if we want to give ourselves a look like this, but in a safe way, then I'm actually going to suggest Cosmic Blue by Dimple Color. Those ones are gorgeous. They have this icy blue color. They do look really natural and pretty, and they'll give you that limble ring with that striking color. Another one that I love that gives you this kind of contrast is Cadet Latte by the brand Lorenz. Beautiful gray blue color. So stunning. Not the most depth, like there's not quite as much depth as her eyes, but really honestly, the color is beautiful. Next, I'm going to talk about Ariana Grande, but before we do that, I want to let you know that if you like how this is going so far, just wait, because we have some of the other biggest celebrities who secretly wear color contacts and you may have not even known. Okay, let's talk about Ariana Grande now. She has gorgeous brown eyes. They are stunning. They are very doll-like, and she has this like cat eye effect with her eyes. Now, I don't know if this is natural or if she did an upper blush, but it's beautiful. I think it's very possible that she may wear enlarging contacts as well, but if I was gonna get this like doll-eyed, big-eyed look, I would go for Ever Color One Day Natural contacts. These ones I've tried in the past and they're so beautiful. They're kind of like a natural brown eye color, really warm, but they definitely give a little bit of an enlarging effect, and it's so cute. Like, I really do like this look, especially, I don't know why, but in the fall, winter, I just want to wear like enlarging contacts. I feel like it just makes my eyes look like a little more awake. Okay, now I mentioned some big names. Let's talk about Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton showed up to the VMAs with her icy signature blonde hair and icy blue eyes. But did you know that Paris Hilton actually wears color contacts? Her natural eye color is more of a hazel brown. I did not know this for the longest time, and when I found this out, I was like, oh my goodness, I need to know what contacts she's wearing. Now, apparently she has some custom made contacts that apparently cost about $400 per pair. They are custom made to her eyes to look the most natural. Not surprising. So we might not get to know what brand they are, but we can definitely try to replicate the look. Her intense blue contacts were so stunning. If I was going to suggest something that kind of gives this effect, my best recommendation would be Anesthesia Addict Blue. The other contact that I think could give this almost exact color would be Maya Blue from Dimple Color, but the only problem with those ones is that the pupil is quite large, so you are going to see a lot of your natural blue eyes peeking through. And you can see that with Paris, she makes it a point to get contacts that hide a lot of her natural eye color. That's probably why she's getting them custom made. Let's just take a quick look at some of Paris's other iconic VMA looks, because if you didn't know, she's been slaying at the VMAs for years. Look at her in this stunning satin blue dress. Like, are you kidding me? I also remember this era of her with like the little pixie cut. So freaking cute. She looks so beautiful. And these contacts actually look a little bit more noticeable and visible. These to me look like they could be Desio Irresistible Blue, but I don't really like these contacts as much. I think this is clearly in the early 2000s before we found better technology for creating a natural, realistic contact. Here's another look that I'm obsessed with. I love the era of her with this hair. It looks so pretty. And this nude, sheer, shimmery, flowy dress is amazing. Personally, I'm a Paris Hilton stan. I grew up watching The Simple Life, and I know that she's putting on an act and she's capitalizing off of it, and I respect it, girl. Get that bag. I think she's so smart and she plays down. It's such an asset to have people underestimate your intelligence. So anyway, I just love her and I think she's really interesting. Let me know what you think are the best blue contacts that you've tried. All the girls in Cat's Eye are so freaking beautiful, and they all wear contacts. I was so happy to see their photos because I was like, contacts, 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 contacts. So let's recap what the girls are wearing. I actually don't really know their names, so I'm sorry. I'm gonna put their names on the screen, but this beautiful, lovely lady looks like she's wearing an intense kind of ochre colored contact. Now, I'm gonna assume that they're all wearing Korean contacts because they are a K-pop group. So if I had to suggest, I feel like she's either wearing Olens Velvet Brown or Olens Nella Ash Beige. I think those would be the perfect colors to replicate her look. This next beauty from the group, I'm gonna go ahead and suggest that she's either wearing French Shine Gray or Olens Ending Gray. I am not usually into gray lenses, but these Olens French Shine Gray, these are gorgeous. If you haven't tried Korean contacts yet, you are seriously missing out. Not only are they natural, but they're perfect for brown eyes. Also, Olens contacts are so incredibly comfortable. These are the dailies. I could literally sleep in these. You shouldn't, but I could. They are so comfortable. I think either of these would be a big contender for what she could be wearing, and I love this gray on her. You guys, don't sleep on the power of a natural deep gray contact. Now here's a honey who actually does have contact lenses, and I'm dying to know which contact she's wearing. This is Simone the drag queen. I watched her on RuPaul's Drag Race, and I love Simone. I loved her vibe. I loved her energy. She looked amazing at the VMAs. Looking at her eyes and looking at how enlarging these contacts are, as well as the color of them, I think this could be Desio Deep Brown. Keep in mind that with skin tones, contacts can change completely. So if you are of a deeper, richer, warmer skin tone, I think that this might be what Desio Deep Brown would look like on you, because they have an olive undertone that really comes out the darker and deeper your skin and eyes are. Okay, now the last girl that we need to talk about is Taylor Momsen. Taylor Momsen was the girl from Gossip Girl, if you didn't know. She was like a really cutesy little blonde on the show, but now she's this glam, rock, edgy queen. Even though her abs were stealing the show, what I was most interested in was her eye makeup, because she's been doing this intense glam smoky eye for the longest time, and it's such a cool signature, and I just love the way it looks against her striking blue eyes. So if you want to replicate Taylor Momsen's icy blue intense eyes, then I think a great contact option is Antigua by Color CL. Now this is more of an affordable option, but what I love about these is they have some depth to them. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of like the iris-like pattern in contacts, but these do have that. And what's unique about them is because they have that lighter and darker portion, they're giving that iris-like effect. It does make the eyes have a very natural looking depth. I think these are interesting. I think they're a good affordable option to create her eye color, but what I really like about her eyes is they're so big and large. I kind of want to see some of the artists like Tyla take more risks with their looks. I want to see bolder hair, bolder contacts. Even though she looked stunning, less cutesy. Like, I want more intensity from them. So which celebrities do you think had the best looks, and which ones do you think should have switched up their looks and their color contacts? Let me know in the comment section down below. I will include discount codes for any of the brands that I mentioned in this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like this type of content and you want to see more of me. And thank you so much for watching this video and sticking with me. I will see you guys in the next video soon. I have so much exciting videos coming, but I just love filming and I hate editing, so yeah, I gotta edit them, but I'm gonna work on it. Okay, bye! Single on the body, take on the body,